and you just see him walking in like fully like sweatpants and a normal shirt with his full Pennywise head. And you'd just be like, "Oh, hi, Bill." And he'd be like, "Hi." And
So, hi, I'm Jonathan Bloomberg, writing for MovieZine in Sweden.
hi.
Hi,
Nice to
nice to meet you.
You.
Well, the pleasure is all mine. I've watched the first 5 episodes of the season, and I'm loving it so far. It's really scary. Have you guys been able to watch any parts of it yet?
Uh,
Yes.
and we have,
I also
Yeah.
watched the first 5 episodes. Yes.
All
yes.
right. So, how does it compare to kind of be on set and doing all these things and then watching it afterwards? Because I'm guessing it's quite a bit less scary when you're there on the day. I'm hoping, but now when you see all the stuff afterwards, does it kind of is it like you thought it would be, or is it even worse? Or if if we start with you, Clara.
Yeah, so a lot of the stuff on set, like it wasn't there, we weren't reacting to what is actually shown in the series, because we didn't have all the CGI incorporated and everything like that. Um, and also a lot of times filming on set, it was definitely scary, but it was also really exciting. But I think with the final series and everything, it definitely looks more scary than it was to film, at least because not everything that we were reacting to was actually physically there. But yeah, it's super cool because we all put so much work into the show and we all love doing it. So getting to see it on screen and getting to see how it turned out is really, really amazing.
Yeah, no, I agree with Clara. It was really, really fun filming the scenes and also really scary filming them too because we had to connect to things that weren't there, but also things that we really felt. So that emotion was really there and also just bringing it all in together. There were scenes where we had to be scared together, there were scenes where we had to be happy together. And it was just really fun just working with everyone and just bringing that into the scenes and also diving deep into our characters to be able to bring that to the screen. But as Clara was saying, there wasn't really like much that we could do with it being there. There were things that were there and sometimes there weren't. So it was just really fun to experience it all.
Yes, I will add, like, I agree with both of you. I think if someone, just like a normal person, walked onto set, they'd be like, "What is happening? Why are these people having meltdowns over like a piece of tape on the camera? Why are these people like freaking out over like nothing?" So that was definitely a challenge, but it was very fun. It was very fun to kind of endow nothing with fear. And we had a lot of help there from our acting coach and from each other, like just the support from each other. That's honestly one of my favorite aspects of my experience on the show was the way that we just like lifted each other up after a scary scene, or we were like, just good job, just that encouragement, that kind of like support and environment from the kids. It made us able to do scenes like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But and that's where the great acting comes in too, because you are all doing some pretty darn good acting in those scenes, I must say.
Thank you
So
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 much.
I'm sure everyone else will notice soon too. And I not to spoil anything, but my countryman Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise is already out that he will be in this show. So I won't ask you about doing any scenes or anything like that with him because you obviously can't talk about that. But how did you get to interact with him offset or like since he's an EP on the show as well? So did he bring you into this world that he has been a part of through the movies?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We didn't really get a whole lot of interaction with him outside of filming. It was kind of like it was kind of a choice that I think the team made so that we could keep the fear as fresh as possible. But there were some really exciting random Pennywise sightings on set. Like sometimes you'd just be walking to Crafty to get a snack and you just see him walking in like fully like sweatpants and a normal shirt with his full Pennywise head. And you'd just be like, "Oh, hi, Bill." And he'd be like, "Hi." And that was always that was always really fun. But not something you see every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with Tilly. We were definitely kept separated from Pennywise and Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise a lot, only because they wanted to keep it top secret and like Tilly was saying, fresh with the fear and everything. So when we do first meet him, just know that that is our real reaction and fear of the unknown. But it was really fun, like those little sighting. It was like a bittersweet type of thing. It was like really, really cool. And we wanted to like say hi and ask for a picture and whatnot. Like we were like little fans of his, kind of like to meet him. But it was just really, really fun. And he's a really nice guy, but also scary. Like he knows how to stay in his Pennywise character on set, off set, whenever. It's like it's in him. So it was just really cool working with him and everyone else.
Yeah, like our initial reaction to seeing Pennywise, like that's real and that's raw because like both of you said, Tilly and Amanda, they kind of kept Bill separate and secret from us on set to really keep that fear fresh, like you said, and true and real. So seeing him for the first time was insane. I mean, Bill is such a nice guy in real life, but it was definitely super intimidating seeing him for the first time in full costume and makeup. And he also endows Pennywise so incredibly, and he really truly made us all really scared.
I'm really happy to hear all of that. So thanks a lot, all three of you, for taking your time to speak with me today, and best of luck with the premiere. I'm sure it will go great.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much. It was nice
much.
talking to you.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Bye.
For me, I just don't like horror movies. I don't like scary stuff. I'm call me whatever you want to call me. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. But
So hi, I'm Jonathan Bloomberg, writing for MovieZine in Sweden.
nice to meet you.
How are you?
I'm doing great. The pleasure is all mine now when I get to speak with the two of you, of course. So I've seen the first 5 episodes, loving what I've seen so far. It's way more scary than I thought it would be, actually. So that's good praise. Have you seen anything of the show yet, yourselves?
I've seen a little bit of content that they've posted for the public, all the trailers and stuff. I've watched a few of the episodes and they look amazing.
I saw the first five as well. Incredible. And it all like kind of makes like more sense when it's all put together because it was some like aspects that I didn't understand, but like watching it all and like listening to it, I see how it all clicks together. It's incredible.
Yeah. So, and I can only imagine how different it must have been acting on set with nothing in front of you and now seeing what you were actually afraid of, finally afterwards. So, I also must ask, since my countryman Bill Skarsgård plays Pennywise, and it's already out there that he will be in the show. I won't ask you to spoil anything, but could you talk a bit about meeting him maybe on set or anything? I know they tried to protect that first interaction with him, but how was it to act against Bill?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was oh you got it. Oh,
it was definitely a roller coaster of emotions. At first, I was a little scared, just because it's Pennywise, but also like kind of excited that I'm getting to meet like this amazing person. And Bill is just an amazing, loving guy. Uh, but don't meet him as Pennywise.
yeah, I remember meeting him for the first time. We were in the sewers and saw him walk up and stuff like that. And actually, once we got on like to the platform, I don't know why he did this. I guess it was not funny to me at all, but it was humorous to him in some way, shape, or form. He like jumped at me, like trying to like scare me when we were on the platform. I swear I almost fell off. And then if I fell off, then what would happen? Like we would have had to make some like things would have had to happen, but. They would have probably had to find a new will or something like that, but it was
Yeah,
it was crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. It sounds great. Do you guys I mentioned that I thought this was way scarier than I thought it would be because they really it feels like five like scary movies in a row basically.
Yeah.
They don't hold back at all. Do you guys have any other favorite horror movies from outside of this universe, or have you not been allowed to go that deep into that well yet?
I
No,
mean, no, you can go.
it's not that for me. I just don't like horror movies. I don't like scary stuff. Call me whatever you want to call me. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. But filming it is great and stuff like that. But watching it, that's a different story.
Yeah, what Blake said. I mean, filming it, it was amazing. It was such a great experience and an opportunity to, just have fun and, grow our career. But, just watching it, it's just terrifying. So,
Yeah, I can only imagine. And now, when you know that the show is about to come out, is there like a certain scene in particular that you shot that you're really waiting for people to see that you're really proud of and eager for everyone else to get to see that?
I'm really excited for my empanada scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just in the hallway chilling, and I'm having uh a little snack in the hallway. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good scene.
For me, it's not in the first five, so I don't know if
Oh,
I can say it, but um, it's a emotional scene. Um, and with my father. That's what I'm
that's all you'll say,
yeah,
but
that's
we'll
all
understand when we get there, maybe.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm ready for.
Yeah, I also have another scene later in the episodes. I'm not gonna disclose much, but that was really emotional and I really loved it.
Yeah, I see. So now, having, as you mentioned, you have watched parts of the show already. Uh, is there any scene that kind of, when you were shooting it, you were doing it without seeing what you were acting against and had to kind of make stuff up? And how did that hold up to when you got to see what they were actually thinking about in the final product afterwards?
I definitely feel like one of the standpipe scenes, we were just joking around and just, trying to do the scene and then we didn't really understand much. Well, I didn't really understand much of that scene, but now that I've watched it and, watched it a few times, I see like, oh, that's what they meant?
Yeah.
Um, I'll say they did a pretty good job of like making like you're not just acting horrified to like a tennis ball on duct tape or something like that. Like they did pretty good like when it came to like there actually being something there. But one moment where that like fits what you were saying, I was in the cemetery and I like something like quote unquote ran by, but all I saw in real life was just like a guy in a green suit. Like he just like he ran. It was funny as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, I also have another story. In the cemetery as well. There's this scene and something, goes over my head,
Yeah.
but instead of it being like what it actually is, it was just like pillow foam with a blue light just flying over my head. I'm like trying to act as scared as possible, but like I can't because it's nothing scary. But I
Yeah.
definitely that one and I think it looked really good.
Yeah. You convinced me it was scary at least. So thanks a lot, both of you, for taking the time to speak with me today, and best luck with the premiere. I'm sure it will go great.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Have a good day.